Hi, I'm Nina Branson, and today on Brammer Time, I'll be interviewing the two students of SMS, Danie Edwards and Elise Bouchard, on stem cells. Hi, it's Danie Edwards and Elise Bouchard from Stratton Mountain School.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
Glad to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you on my show. What is a stem cell and how is it derived?
Stem cells are essentially the human body's building block. As stem cells divide, they develop into specialized cells. This is because stem cells are pluripotent, or they can make any one of the 220 different cells in the human body.
There are three types of stem cells: adult cells, cord cells, and embryonic cells. Adult cells reside in already developed tissues, including those of the heart, brain, and kidney. They are found in infants, children, and adults. Adult stem cells will normally develop into other cells within their inhibited organs. Although they are difficult to extract since they're taken from the human body, they remain superior to the other two methods. The second best option for stem cells are cord cells, which is a very rich source of stem cells. They are extracted during pregnancy and stored in cryogenic cell banks. The donation and storage process is easy because it's very similar to blood banking.
The third type of stem cells are the embryonic cells. Embryonic stem cells are the earliest stem cells in the human body. They will eventually lead to every other cell, tissue, and organ in the fetus's body. And depending on when they are harvested, embryonic stem cells can become almost any cell in the human body.
Is this all fully researched and ready to work now?
Not yet. However, scientists are familiar with growing stem cells.
Scientists grow stem cells by removing them from the blastocyst. The blastocyst is the phase that the embryo is in when the embryonic cells are extracted. There are 100 cells in the blastocyst, and a large percent of them are stem cells. The scientists then culture the cells in a petri dish, and the cells divide every 2 to 3 days and are separated into another dish. If the cells successfully continue to grow without differentiating, it is called a stem cell line. These cells can be frozen and shared between laboratories. These cells are imperative for developing.
What types of diseases can stem cells treat and how?
Diseases that stem cell research would benefit include type 1 diabetes. In this disease, the insulin-producing cells of the pancreas are dead. Another disease is Parkinson's disease, where the cells that make the movement-controlling neurotransmitter dopamine die. As I mentioned before, when embryonic stem cells are harvested early enough, they can be programmed to perform the functions of the cells that are damaged or dying from the disease.
So, what is the controversy around using stem cells?
The issue is around the use of embryo stem cells. In order to use them, you have to kill the embryo.
People are against using embryonic cells because people who are pro-life do not agree in killing a human life in order to do scientific research. Some believe this is akin to abortion because the embryo is the beginning of human life. In addition, research is expensive, and some believe it is not right for federal government to support research with funds when it is a religious controversy.
In 2001, President Bush authorized federal funding for research on the 15 stem cell lines that were available at the time. Other stem cell lines are also available for research, but without coveted assistance of federal funding. This new policy worked in slowing down the destruction of human embryos, but it also set back the scientific research on stem cells. In 2009, President Obama overturned this cell policy to expand the number of stem cell lines available to researchers. Advocates argue that the embryo is left over from in vitro procedure and therefore isn't in the womb and thus isn't akin to life. They also argue that it was left over from in vitro, it would likely be discarded, so why not use it to conquer disease and end suffering and economic drains of disease?
Is there any way around the controversy?
Yes, we can only use adult stem cells taken from humans, but they also have to be reprogrammed and their use is limited. Research is pending on that. Also, research is looking at whether you can use stem cells from an egg without actually creating an embryo, or whether you can extract the stem cells from an embryo without destroying it.
Adult stem cells can be used by extracting them from bone marrow or the peripheral system. Adult stem cells are plentiful and are the exact DNA match so that the body's immune system does not reject them. For the peripheral system, it does not damage any bones like bone marrow stem cells do, but it takes more time, wherein time is the most important thing during stem cells.
See you next time on Brammer Time.